Presents is directed by Steven Soderbergh, and it stars Lucy Liu, Sullivan, Callina Liang, and Eddy Maday. And in Soderbergh's new movie, a family moves into a new house in the suburbs, where they realise they are not alone. Now, Presents was a movie I saw the trailer for a lot in cinemas, and I was intrigued because I like Steven Soderbergh movies. Even when he makes bad movies, you can't deny that they're kind of interesting and you like to watch them. I'm always intrigued to see what he does next. And when I saw the trailers for Presents, I was really interested to see what he'd do. A haunted house movie where you follow the perspective of the ghost sounds really interesting. And I'm happy to say that I really did like Presents. Now, this is going to be a very short review because this is one of those cases where the less you know going into the film, the better it will be for me. But the one thing you should take away from this review is that this film is certainly not for everyone. This movie is just long takes, jarring cuts, and while it is a very short movie, only 85 minutes, I do think that some people could feel like it could drag a lot. This movie did remind me of Skinamarink in a lot of places, where it did take a while for it to get going, and there were just a load of random shots where it didn't really need to be in the movie. But I liked it in this case because, one, it didn't drag and it didn't waste my time a lot. And two, I do think those small scenes did add a lot to the characters. This movie was not what I expected at all. I thought this was going to be your typical haunted house movie, but you're following the ghost. It's not like that. I'm not going to say what it's like. It's very different to that. And this movie took a load of twists and turns, and there's a load of mystery in it. There are some questions that are left unanswered. Ones that are answered, I do think were very satisfying answers. But I did think that element of mystery and those unanswered questions really did make this movie a lot more creepy. And I really did like the characters and their conflicts. One of them is pretty unlikable, but it's done purposely for something that happens later on in the movie. And the ending to this film, I must say, just a complete tonal shift. Like, those last 5 minutes, me and my friends were like, what the flip? Like, where's this come from? But this happens a lot in Soderbergh movies. He just goes off rails and just does whatever he wants. But there's a certain charm to it with him, and that goes into this movie as well. The best part about this movie, though, is easily how it's shot. As I said, there are a lot of long tracking shots that last for minutes. And that's very difficult, but they knocked out of the park. They made it look so easy. It really does feel like you're in the perspective of the ghost. Going around this house, looking at all these characters going about their daily lives. It's a really well shot movie. Honestly, hats off to the cinematographers because they knocked it out of the park. Not everything worked about this movie for me though. For one, the performances can be a little wonky at times. The brother in this movie does swear a lot. His dialogue was very laughable at times, pretty terrible. Yeah, man swears a lot, like he needs to calm down. But there was only a few minor gripes I did have with this. It didn't take away from the experience. I really did like this movie as a whole. And even though there are some shaky moments, I did think overall the performances were really good. Of course, Lucy Liu is great. I mean, she's a good actress. She's brilliant in this. Sullivan, easily a knockout in this film as well. Played a really likeable character. You can see that he's going through a lot. He just added some real humanity to his character. Callina Liang, though, was really great in this movie. I've never seen her in anything other than this, but honestly, I'd like to see her in more stuff. So yeah, overall, I really did like Presents. This was a nice, new, unique take on the haunted house genre, and it took many twists and turns. It did something that I was not expecting. Top that off, it's brilliantly directed. The performances are all pretty good. There are a few minor gripes and a few inconsistencies that I can get into, but I'll be here all day. I really did like Presents. Please go and watch this film. It's doing really well. $2 million budget. It's already made back its budget. It just shows that low-budget horror movies are always pretty good. So yeah, Presents, do go and see this film. It's definitely worth a watch. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And guys, that is it for the end of this review. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have seen Presents, do let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.